As we come back to Prague on this Tuesday night, yesterday, Canadian Ambassador Paul Fraser welcomed the Canadian team members to the embassy. Otto Jelinek reminded the young skaters there's a tremendous Canadian tradition in this city.
It was 31 years ago today, exactly, that Don Jackson, Maria Jelinek, and myself stood right here on this very, very spot with 3 gold medals around our necks.
Hopefully that tradition will continue in '93. Right now, highlights of the qualifying for both men and women.
With the record entry of 44 men, the first ever qualifying round at Worlds was held. Canada's Marcus Christensen made his world debut as well, finishing 8th in his pool, advancing to the final field of 24.
For Mark Mitchell, this was the performance he was looking for last month that could have won him his first national title. He placed 3rd in his qualifying group behind Kurt Browning and Philippe Candelaro.
Every skater fears a bad skate, and for Eric Milo, that fear became a reality. But hopefully, the French champion who qualified 3rd can keep those fears in check for the rest of the week.
This was one of 3 times Alexei Ermanov went down in qualification. However, he hung on to place 2nd in his group behind Elvis Stoico.
Many people march to the beat of a steady drum. Elvis Stoico has a drum which hasn't skipped a beat as he wins the men's B qualifying pool, and his march to the top of the podium continues.
Kurt used the qualification round as a good warm-up for the main event. Even though he noticeably held back, it was enough to win his pool, edging out Americans Davison Mitchell and France's Philippe Candelaro.
If sophistication is the key to Browning's newfound success, then Philippe Candelaro has discovered a flair all his own, and he has the technical ability to back it up, as demonstrated by his 2nd place finish right behind Kurt in qualifying.
46 women were vying for 24 spots as well. 16-year-old Oksana Bayul, the exciting European silver medalist from Ukraine, was 2nd in her pool. Oksana serving notice. She'll be a medal contender here as well.
For Natalie Craig, her spins were, as always, the best in the field. And with 2 triples this time to back them up, she squeaked into the final with an 11th place finish.
Many believe China to be a developing 3rd world country, but China's Lu Chen has already been 3rd in the world, and her development in the past year was reflected in her winning her qualifying pool and maybe the best 5-year plan her country has ever produced.
Earlier this week, Nancy Kerrigan called this new elimination process, quote, a pain in the butt. Literally, that's what it was for Nancy. She finished 2nd behind Saria Bonnelly.
At the Canadian Championships, José Chouinard appeared to have settled with the demon of inconsistency. The demon reappeared in Prague, and as a result, José qualified 4th.
Karen Preston was very typical of her practices this week. She was solid, consistent, and very relaxed to finish 4th in qualifying Group B.
At 25, Marina Kielman is an example that age and experience can overcome youth and energy as she attempts to stay ahead of a field of teenagers who possess talent beyond their years.
The judges got a good look at the improvement in the Saria Bonnelly package. She's come a long way in a year, and with the confidence she's shown here, many think she could come out on top.
We'll be back with more of the 1993 World Figure Skating Championships from Prague after this.